Good evening, my YouTubers. It's not even. That's the second time I did this. I was 11 minutes into my video, my last try at this video, and I hope I can remember everything I said. Let me get my water now. And my brother called. So I had to delete the whole entire video because I don't know how to edit. I wish I did. Maybe somebody can help me figure it out because I wish I knew how to edit. Um, but anyway, um, I don't know if I told you guys yesterday, but I don't know if I told you or not, but yesterday, well, all month I have been checking my food stamp card, and my food stamp card has religiously been saying $16, $16. Well, $16 is enough to get maybe 2 things of creamer. I usually get 3 because that's what lasts me a month. And by today, I needed coffee a couple of days ago. I had an old thing, which I think the coffee's stale, and I've been drinking that a couple of days. Well, I ran out of the coffee creamer I had today, but we'll get into that in a minute. And so my thing has religiously been saying $16. $16. I called again on the 13th, and the 13th said $16. Well, then I called yesterday on the 15th, and it told me the amount that I got, which was quite a bit. And I'm not gonna tell y'all, but anybody who's on food stamps probably knows what I got. I got my regular 16 plus the amount that they're giving everybody who's on food stamps. And that was very helpful this month because of my finances was a little lower because of what my bank did. What they did was when we got the stimulus last month. What was it last month? We got it April 29th. In May, they gave us $242 so we could access the money right away. But this month, they wanted to take it all back, the $242. And so they automatically taken that out of my account, which was leaving my account $242 less than what I would normally have. And I didn't think I was going to be able to get too many groceries, let alone my coffee. But, God told me years ago, when I was having trouble. I'll get to that in just a second. But, so I, as soon as I heard the total, I cried out and I said, thank you. I just cried out and bawled, and I just, whenever I'm so grateful, I cry out to God and I thank Him for the blessings He gives me. And I'm going to cry because, I'm going to just go ahead and tell you. In 2003, when I was divorced, I'll share a little bit about that testimony. I didn't have a very good marriage. My marriage was not good at all. It was the only way it was abusive was mental, emotional, and sexual abuse. He never hit me, but it was mental, emotional, and sexual. And it wasn't a good way to live. And he just treated me not very well. And so, after we separated, he cheated on me. And after he cheated on me, um, he told me never to throw it back in his face again, or else he would, do something to himself. I never said anything, and I truly forgave him, and I still forgive him. At least the lady he's with now, he's treating her so much better, as far as I know. And, maybe he has grown up since being with me. Maybe that taught him something. But, after we divorced, I became an alcoholic I drank a lot for about 3 years. And, about 2 weeks, and I worked too. From the time I got home to the time I went to bed, I drank. And I wondered, where was I going to get my next drink? And if I was out of alcohol, I would have somebody buy it for me. If I didn't have the money. And somebody always bought it for me. I wasn't a mean alcohol. I was a social alcoholic. But I was a happy alcoholic. But, now I can actually have a drink if I wanted to. And although I shouldn't, because I take so many medications, which I usually don't, but if I'm with my son and they want me to have a drink with them, I tell them, if it's a mixed drink. My daughter-in-law is a bartender, so she knows how to make them light on the booze. I say very little, and she does just that. But after the alcoholism, shy of 2 weeks, I had quit drinking, and I wasn't drinking, the night before I got hurt on the job. I had already quit drinking when I got hurt on the job. I had quit drinking like 2 weeks before. And I was training somebody at work, because I was a team leader. And I was, we were in there, had just got through taking a patient to the bathroom, and this patient had a form of dementia. He didn't know what he was doing, and as soon as I let go of the gate belt, sat him on the bed, let go of the gate belt, he jumped back up and he threw me against the wall. I hit my back against the wall real hard, and I landed on my legs. And I didn't say anything to them at the time about my back, but after I wound up being taken off work permanently, I found out that I had 5 compression fractures, and I'm believing it was because of the workers' comp. But from workers' comp, I wound up having an 1.5 inch meniscus tear, and I had to have surgery on my knee. What's they said, oh, it will heal and get better quickly. It never did. And I think it's partially because I already had fibromyalgia. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 1999, and I was still working in the medical field. Probably shouldn't have been, because working as a CNA is hard work. But I'm a very compassionate person, and I love taking care of people. But now I have to try to take care of my needs, because right now I don't have a caregiver, and I need help the best I can. My son will come over and help me with what he can once in a while, but but after I got hurt on the job, literally 2 weeks. Actually, no, because I didn't have my surgery yet. Because the injury was October 3rd, 2016. No, October 3rd, 2003. And October 16th, well, before then, I was invited to go to a church program with a friend. And she said it's going to be October 16th. And it was October 16th, 2003. And I said, sure, I'll go. I'd like to get back into church because I grew up in the church. Little did I know, and this is how God works. When we got to the parking lot, I turned to her and I said, this is a church I grew up in. What are the odds of going back to the church you grew up in? I mean, the pastor was different. There was only 2 ladies there that were the same when I grew up. There was Pam, and then there was Linda Dodds and her daughter Darlene, who we grew up, and Darlene went to school with me. And then there was Suzanne Pencoast. She went to school with me in high school. She didn't go to church at the time. But her and I, Darlene and Suzanne Pencoast, we went to school together. And it was pretty neat to see them, it was like I walked into the church and started looking around the foyer, and I'm like, I'm home. October 16th, 2003. Oh, yeah, 2003. I gave my heart and life to the Lord. I want to show you. I don't know if it's going to show up, but this is what I do in every Bible. I write the day I'm saved, the day I was baptized, and the day I was baptized in the Holy Spirit. But that night, and then I wrote some scriptures in there. And, there's more scriptures. As I find them, I'm going to write them in there. But as I, went through that church, I'm not going to that church now because God moved me on. But was invited to go to a women's conference the spring of 2004. And, January 17th, 2004 was the day our divorce was finalized. Well, that was the anniversary. Our divorce was finalized January 17th, 2001. But every year when that happened, I was so angry. On our anniversary, I was so angry. Anything to do with our wedding or the day we met, I was angry, because I felt like I was alone, and I was just angry, and I was mad at him. And I went to that women's conference, and the lady who was speaking that night, she was speaking about You know, how sometimes, and this has always stuck out to me, how sometimes when our lives are shattered or broken, you know, we are all broken sometimes. And when we're broken and shattered, just like a china cup. When a china cup is shattered and broken and we go to put it back together, it's not perfect, but it's a piece of work. It's a piece of art that's beautiful to us. When we are broken and, you know, just when we're broken and shattered, God picks up the pieces of our lives and He starts putting us back together, and He molds us to be the, you know, it's not beautiful, but it's beautiful to Him. It is beautiful to Him. And, you know, she was speaking how her life was shattered through divorce, like mine. My life was basically shattered through divorce. I went through a period of where I was actually put in a mental hospital for 2 weeks because of my depression, and I deal with bipolar. I deal with manic depression, anxiety. And when you deal with those things and you have something like that happen to you, it tears you up. It tears you down. And I'm here to tell you, you know, God's making me a stronger person. But that night, you know, after her message, she did an altar call, but I did not go up. I don't know why I didn't go up, you know, because God was speaking to me, and, you know, I was singing. All of a sudden, I stopped singing, and I, you know, went like this, and I was praying, and I could loudly hear, "Pick up my cross daily, follow me, and I will be your provider." And every day since then, whenever those days hit, well, I'll have to step back a second. He told me not to be so angry about the divorce. And ever since then, I don't look back on those days. Those days come and go. I'm not angry about them anymore. I don't care about them anymore. You know, they're just another day. You know, God's taken that anger away. And, you know, it's just, it's amazing what God can do. And then He, you know, each day that I go by with Him, He's molding me and transforming me to be the person who He wants me to be a better Bree, to be, you know, to be the vessel He has created me to be a prayer warrior. Anybody who needs prayer, my email is in the About Me section on my YouTube. If you need prayer, email me on my email and just put in the description who you are and where you're coming from, and I will email you back and, you know, let you know, you know, unless you want to put your prayer request down in the bottom of the description, you know, down in the bottom, you know, because, you know, who knows, some of my other, you know, subscribers may want to be able to pray with you too, you know. We all pray for each other, as Bud says, you know. The Bible says when 2 or 3 are together, He is in the midst. And it's true. When 2 or 3 are together, He is in the midst. And, you know, it works. But also getting back to the food stamp thing, you know, God knew I needed the money. He knew it. And so today, I was able to, and that's why I'm tired. I was able to go and get TV dinners, mac and cheese, soup, bread, lunch meat, cheese, things that I need. I did get some M&Ms. I can't go without my M&Ms. I need to go to Walgreens and get some combos now, but that's coming out of my own money because, TV dinners are not cheap, especially coming from Safeway. And, yeah, I found out, how Starbucks is closing? I found out, woohoo! Where I live, the Starbucks where I live, they are not closing, and I am excited. Yes, ma'am. Or sir. Depends on who's watching. Anyway, everybody, I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Stay cool. Love you all. Remember to find joy in your journey, no matter where you are, whatever you're going through. There's always something to be joyful for and about. And I pray that this video blesses you. Remember, if you need prayer, let me know. I will pray for you. I'll walk along beside you. Love you all. Bye-bye.